At every board meeting, we have a discussion about risk. We feel that without taking a certain amount of risk, we can't achieve the goals that our members need. So we weigh benefit, risk on every item. So it's a great idea. Let's look at the outside. Let's peel back the onion. Let's find out what really is the importance of it and what are the risks to the organization. This is probably one of the most difficult things for a director to learn. We're used to going and selling houses and doing what we need to do every day. When you're at the board table, we have to look at not just solving the problem, but what the risks of not solving it fast enough, or solving it too fast, or coming to the wrong decision. But we can't be tied up in fear of going forward. So risk discussions are really crucial to raise the bar so that we know that the decisions we make are the right ones, that we've weighed the risk to benefit to our members, and we haven't let them down by staying still and not working fast enough. So like I say, at every meeting we discuss risk, and we'll continue to do that because risk management, not necessarily risk avoidance, but risk management is what we do at the board table. We had let's say a vision of the future that Brad Scott, our CEO, gave us. He called it the RBGV 10.0. Really, it's a look into the future of where we know we need to go, where we need to be looking at to be aggressive going forward, but to be secure and safe in the way we do it. One of the big things that came out of it was the education and transformative education. We put them on the spot and asked them how BCRA was doing and how we were doing, and the numbers were incredible. It was great to hear that we're going beyond just 6 points for being in 6 points for being in a room for 6 hours to 3 hours. We're even looking at 2 hours and 1 hour. It's not about getting your points for PDP, it's about getting educated. One of the items in RBGV 10.0 was an examination of a lot of data we don't have. In BC, and specifically in Vancouver, a lot of condos are sold. It's very frustrating as a member not to be able to get the solds in a building. Right now we're working on a possibility of that happening. That's one of the 10.0 items that's important. Another one that's kind of correlated with that, and that is the fact that right now finding footprints, layouts of each individual units is very difficult to find, impossible. And if we do, it's different, everyone's different. We're looking at potentially having a system in place that when you list a property, you'll get, just like you get today a title search, you'll get a drawing of the footprint of that particular unit. So having all of the data potentially available to MLS with the cooperation of these developers, it's going to allow the public to have something that they can't get anywhere else but from us as professional realtors. That's just two of the items in that program. And we felt very comfortable after Brad Scott's overview that we're in good hands. There's going to be a lot of discussion at the table. A lot of the stuff that he brought up, there's pros and cons from. But we're going to be looking at the risk to benefit of each of those items. And there was like 8 or 9 items. But we'll look at the pros and cons of each of them. We'll look at what the risk to value is to our members. At the end of the day, we're moving forward because the last thing we want to do is sit back and let the world go by us. Your board of directors has been on a journey in the last few years to elevate our education, to make us better governors. To this point, when I joined the board 6 years ago, we were given educational opportunities to go to different places. There wasn't really a focus. Over the last couple years, and highlighted this year, we've been able to focus and say that when you become a director of RBGV, you need to go on governance training. And this year, with our move to send 9 of our directors and 1 of our senior managers to Saskatoon for a 2-day conference on governance. And it really demonstrated to me specifically that we are a governance board. And what is a governance board? A governance board is just good systems, looking at how we can elevate what we do. One of the challenges we've been having is when people do get to the board different ways, they really don't know that their job when they get there is to govern. The board of directors is responsible for insight, oversight, foresight. Those are the things we do. Those are governance oriented. So we're going to be looking to the board development committee to come up with ideas and ways to get this education to our members before they become directors.